Brian, gefeliciteerd met deze overwinning bij Almere. Ben je met een 4-1 overwinning automatisch ook tevreden?
Well, I think you have to be happy when you win. It's what we play for. No matter if we play Almere or we play Ajax or PSV or somebody else, then you have to be happy for 3 points. Then it's always my job to look at the game afterwards and find the things that we did really well, and also look at some of the things that we can improve. And for sure, not everything today was pretty, but at the end of the day, 3 points and a fully deserved win, and also a win that was never in danger. And a lot of boys came in from the bench and also started the game, which they haven't been doing regularly. So I'm really pleased with the mentality of the team.
Je zegt ook dat het af en toe niet helemaal liep zoals je dat zou willen. Wat zorgt ervoor dat het af en toe best wat slordig oogde?
I think if you look at the lineup, I think it's normal, to be honest. That with a lot of new players in the team, an 18-year-old kid up front doing his absolutely best, then you will miss some relations, you will miss a few things here and there, and then it's game number 7 in 23 days for quite a lot of the boys as well, and playing 12:15 away from home. It's not easy, but at the end of the day, as I said, I don't think there was any doubt of the outcome of this game.
Je noemt hem al eventjes, tussen neus en lippen door Redmond, die vandaag zijn debuut moet maken. Een jongen van 18 jaar. Wat geef je zo'n jongen mee als hij zo'n duel moet gaan starten? En hoe heeft hij het volgens jou gedaan?
He did okay. He did what we were hoping for. Keeping it simple. He worked really hard, I think, in the defensive part, in the pressure, and took some good runs in pressure moments. Wasn't so involved in the offensive play, which probably also was expected and what we probably knew. I think all of us were hoping that he would get that one chance and take a goal as well, because he's been doing quite well in training. He's been really positive, and he's a good boy in the dressing room as well. Everybody's been really positive around him. So it's been from the outside, it has been looking quite easy for him to come into the group, and that's important. Yeah, it was a big day for him for sure, and now it's up to him to keep going and not take everything for granted, but stay humble and keep working hard.
Je was onlangs ook best kritisch op Zerrouki. Vandaag mag hij starten. Hij maakt ook een doelpunt. Wat vond je van hem vandaag en wat zijn ook zijn perspectieven in jouw plannen bij Feyenoord?
Well, I think he did well. I think he did what we expected, to be in that sixth position, be available for the ball all the time. Winning some duels, being in good position defensively, and then I'm happy for him. Also, he got a goal on a set piece, which is important for us. So I'm happy. His future is exactly the same like now. Competing with other players. Sometimes he will play, sometimes he won't. That's part of football. But to stay strong mentally and keep working hard. That's the same. It doesn't change. Her position is exactly the same like it has been the whole season. I just chose other players for some games.
Je moet ook vandaag weer noodgedwongen wisselen. Verwacht je dat er na de interlandperiode weer jongens aan gaan sluiten? En zo ja, wie?
I hope so, but I'm at Feyenoord, so you never know.
Je hebt nog geen zekerheid dat de jongens weer terugkomen na die interlandbreak?
There's nothing that's secure in football, and also with injuries. We've seen it a couple of times that some of them had setbacks, and especially when you're dealing with muscle injuries, then you really need to take care. But no, I for sure hope and also expect that a few boys will be back. But how many, we have to wait and see.
Verandert dat ook iets in die hele manier van toewerken naar wedstrijden, naar trainingen, met die vele spierblessures?
In general, no, because we need to keep going. We cannot just make a full stop and don't train and don't do anything in the gym and just, as I said, make a full stop. That's also impossible. We have to keep going. We need to keep pushing. We need to keep demanding, and we got games to play. So it can never be a full stop. But obviously we are precautious and we're analyzing things and we're looking at it. But we need to keep going with the ones that we have and make sure that they stay fit and make sure that they are well prepared. And then, as I said, if we're unfortunate and we end up with injuries, then we have to trust the academy also to help us in this period. But as I said already, I'm hoping that Calvin Stengs, for example, is fit and ready to help us.
Als je vandaag ook weer, hè, Hwang, Timber en Trauner gaan er eerder uit. Hè? Als je zegt, ja, we moeten ook voorzichtig zijn. Hè? Als die interlandperiode die er dan nu aankomt. Kun je dan spelers ook die misschien niet helemaal fit, 100% fit zijn, hier houden? Of laat je ze dan toch afreizen naar de nationale teams?
When it comes to the national team, and if they're called up, then I have no solution. Then I can only wish them all the best. But we as a club can never keep the internationals with us. That's impossible. We can try to encourage the national team coach and the player to stay with us. But in general, we got no rights to keep them with us. Even though for us as a club, of course, it's maybe better sometimes. But at the end of the day, we also have to work and cooperate with national teams. I'm always been a big fan of the national teams. I think it's the biggest honor as a player to represent your country, and I know how much it is worth for these players also to do it. And at the same time, as a club, we also have interest in our players being called up for national teams. It creates interest for our players. It creates a bigger value for our players as well. So that's why the cooperation is so important, and we can only try to influence the national teams when they have our boys, that they monitor them really well in training. They give them the recovery that they need, and not just push them 90 minutes every time if it's not necessary, for example. But that's the only weapon that we have.
Maar, en dan wordt er ook, ik kan me voorstellen, als jij Ronald Koeman belt of appt of dat er contacten zijn en je zegt, joh, Timber die heeft al 2 wedstrijden nu niet 90 minuten kunnen spelen, is het niet handiger dat hij hier blijft? Luistert hij daar dan naar?
I don't know. Also, it's, to be honest, I rarely get involved with the national teams. It's only when it's really necessary that I have the urgency to call up, because I know these coaches. They are good coaches also, and they know also their players that they take in, and they also see the players and also know that it's important that they take care of them and don't end up with injuries on them. So I'm fully confident that Ronald Koeman, he's experienced enough and also clever enough and also has enough staff around him to take good care of Quinten, for example.
Dankjewel.